Today we're looking at this area in front of my potager, kind of my garden gate area is how I think of it. And I just am going to focus in on this area and how I took it from kind of shabby and messy to what I think is a lot more interesting, not quite so messy. I want to talk about the decisions I made with plants, texture, color, and even having less blooms, but how I think that it looks more interesting. This is what this area looked like last year before I cleaned it out. When I originally designed this area, my idea was that I would have 3 seasons of blooms. So I would have tulips blooming in the spring, Asiatic lilies blooming in the summer, and then sedum blooming in the fall. The reason that that did not work out is because all 3 have really similar color green foliage. The sedum does have pretty foliage when it's first emerging. I love the look of it, but unfortunately that was just covered up by dying tulip foliage. Each of these only bloom for 2 to 3 weeks, so the in-between times could get pretty unsightly. So I decided that I would just clean it all out, get rid of the mess, and start over. So basically last year I cleaned it all out and I just left it empty. I just wanted to think about it. I did leave the sedum ground cover and the stepping stones, but other than that, I just left it pretty plain all last year. And then this spring I started slowly adding things. The boxwoods on either side of the garden gate have always been there ever since I designed the garden and installed the gate. I did leave those. So what did I do differently this year so that I wouldn't have the same problem? First of all, I focused on not just having several seasons of bloom, but on foliage that would always look good. So I added in some variation in color with the red heuchera, the purple pallas, and the purple ajuga. Then I added some variation in texture with the iris and the mugo pine. I also added some structure, so I have added some containers and a basket just to give a little bit of interest other than just green plants. And then I added more evergreens. So I added a tall boxwood all the way on the left corner and a mugo pine all the way on the right corner. I wanted these to balance each other out, but I didn't want the front corner looking from the street to be too tall. I wanted that to be low growing so that when you're looking at it from the driveway or the street, you're kind of building height as you go. I really kept almost everything in this area low growing because before all that greenery was covering up the fence. So I just wanted to keep it low growing. Those Asiatic lilies being the same height as the fence, I thought looked a little bit messy. This way you can see the fence and it's a little bit cleaner look. So now that I've given you kind of the background and my thought process behind which plants I chose, I'm going to give you a tour and look more closely at each of the plants. Now I am going to remove that itea that's spreading, but an area that is currently under construction is where it will end up. So I'm leaving it there until that area is ready. This is a native coreopsis. And then some lamb's ear here, and I did just move this tall, it's a Graham Blandy boxwood here. It does have a good side and a bad side because it was against the house before, but I am hoping it will fill in time. Then this little area of pots, I have some lobelia, pentas, a coral reef echeveria, and some mizu. In that pot, there's actually an angelonia in there too. And then in here, I have this, I think it's a Tokyo Sun sedum, and a little bit of just ground cover sedum from the yard, and a succulent. My brain is spacing out. Is that an echeveria? I'm not sure. There is a little plectranthus in there too, but not really showing. So I put that in this kind of vintage thrift store basket, and I think it's really sweet. And then instead of doing just a ton of vinca. I just have the one vinca, the one coral bell, heuchera, purple palace heuchera. So pretty simple. I'm just loving it. In the back here I have a dahlia, and then if you can see through the fence, that is a scaevola. I recently removed garlic from that area inside of the potager. So it's kind of symmetrical, but not really. On the other side, I do have another purple palace heuchera. Obviously the boxwoods are symmetrical. And then I do not repeat this tall, but I have another evergreen here. This is a mugo pine. So again, that same ground cover sedum. Over here, I do have, again, one vinca and the iris. So when you back up, this is a purple ajuga. I like that it kind of goes from low to tall. So I don't think I would want another tall one here. And again, I don't want it to be perfectly symmetrical, but I do want to echo a few things. So I like that there is that vinca there as well, even though it's not the same color. So yeah, I'm just so happy with how this has shaped up this year. It's been like one decision at a time. It was not a grand plan, but I'm really happy with how that area has been coming along. So I just wanted to share. I will just do a quick peek into the potager. I'm not going to go in there, but just kind of show you what's going on with the boxwoods that I planted last year, and then the pole beans are starting to climb on that trellis. It's getting dark. I don't have time to do a full tour in here, but you can kind of see what the potager is looking like. It's really pretty. Lots of jewel tones this year. I'm liking that. Both of those were just transplanted, so not looking the best. So that is the potager. And this is my nice entrance. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will be sure to include some before pictures of what it has looked like at other times. This is my first time really doing any pots, and I'm loving that.